So we're going to do a quick tip entry here into the Rogue Trader series. So if you've not seen these before, when I come across something that I think is worthwhile, we'll do a quick tip video. So in this case, you'll notice that if you're in combat and we have something called Veil Degradation. If you've been playing this game for a while, you probably know what this is, but if you're new to the game, essentially what Veil Degradation is, every time someone in the encounter uses Psyker powers, it could be on your side, it could be on the other side, every action that a Psyker takes, every magic that they cast, raises the level of Veil Degradation. It says here at the beginning of combat, Veil Degradation usually starts at 0. It increases by 1 for each use of a minor psychic power and by 3 for each use of a mega psychic power, and it decreases by 1 each round. It says the higher the chance, the higher the chance of an Imperium bleeding into our reality, a fact that it is invariably destructive and damaging. So you can see demons spawn in and a whole bunch of other stuff, and you'll hear in the audio like there's an echoing effect going on, and you'll start seeing these like purple elements across as like not the torches per se, but like you'll see these like swirling mists and things, and you'll start hearing voices and the ghosts that you see on the screen and everything else. Now that's bad. So it becomes this balancing act of how far can I push the veil degradation before other stuff starts stopping on the battlefield, right? Other stuff starts spawning. So if you have a leader in your party, in this case I have Cassia, who is an officer. I guess it's not a leader anymore. That's what it was called in beta. If you have an officer in your party, they have this ability called Mend Reality. And this is something you have to choose to take as you're leveling up the character. But this ability, Mend Reality, decreases the Veil Degradation by 7 points. All allies gain 7 deflection against all warp damage and damage from psychic powers till the end of the Navigator's next turn. The most important thing here, though, is the actual removal of 7 points of Veil Degradation. So this purple bar on the left-hand side of my character's avatar represents the current level of degradation, and it tells you at the top what the number is. It's currently at 16. And if you're anything above 15, 15 to 20 is when bad things can happen and things can spawn into the battlefield. So it's a balancing act, and this is why I would suggest that you have, if you're going to have a psyker in your party, you need to also have an officer in your party who can counter any of the powerful psychic abilities that you're going to be using on the field. And especially as we saw a minute ago with this encounter, the other sorcerers in their party were using abilities and cranked that veil degradation up just within their turn, even though I hadn't really done anything yet. So having an officer in your party is hugely beneficial because you can sit here and go bloop,
If I may.
and we've just brought it back down, represented by the green, and then it fades back down. So now you hear the sound effects? It went away. All the ghosts disappeared. All that shimmering purple light, not from the torches, but the other stuff. That was the Empyrean side, the veil being broken and all that chaos leaking into our reality. So that's a quick tip, is to, when you have an officer in your party, make sure you take that Mend Reality ability, because it does help you balance veil degradation in the field, and that could be a hugely useful component in long-term combat. If you liked the tip, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Follow along for more. And we're going to finish the rest of this fight now that we're done with the quick tip.